a few points that we can make. Anybody ever heard of Chris Carter? He was a all-pro wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Anybody ever heard of him? I hadn't. Oh, okay, Ed has. Thank you, Ed. Ed to the rescue. I read an article recently that he shared how a few words from his mother when he was 12 years old shaped his life. He said that when he was 12 years old, that an athletic recruiter had come to their home to speak to the parents and to his oldest brother to recruit him for a basketball scholarship and a team. And before he left, when he'd finished his business, as he was leaving, the mother said to the recruiter, "Now you'll want to come back in a few years because my son Chris is phenomenal." Chris said that he remembered that the rest of his days when he was going through challenging times, when he was trying to make it on his own, when he was going up for some position he didn't know if he could make it or not, he remembered what his mother said. And he said, "You know what? She believed in me. She believed in me." Those words meant a lot to him. He said he used them till he could believe in himself. She believed in him. He said he never forgot them. And now he lives his life with purpose. He says each morning he puts his feet on the ground. He says, looks at them and he says, "We're going somewhere today. We're going somewhere today. We're going to help some people." He believed that his life had meaning, that he wasn't just passing through. He was on a mission. He said he lived by this Bible verse: "I strive for a clear conscience before God and man." He acknowledged he wasn't perfect, but when he looked in the mirror, he liked what he saw. I love those words. And it's something he says he lives by today. That every day he's able to look in the mirror and say, "I like what I see." What does that mean to you? There are a whole lot of underlying layers to that, and I won't be able to get to all of them, but those underlying layers mean that one of the things that you do is that you know what your core beliefs are, right? Your core beliefs, not the ones that were handed to you by your early foundation, your family, your whatever. The core beliefs that you've learned to live by now, today, yours. And you know that you can look in the mirror and be proud of yourself when you live those core beliefs, right? You're not easily drawn into conversations where you're going to say something that you're going to regret. Tammy and I were talking about one of the benefits of laryngitis. Sometimes you can be you can be grateful for it. I'm glad I didn't say what I was thinking a few minutes ago. I saw a post on Facebook, and there was someone had said they had a little angel that would come down and put his hand over their mouth before they were just about to say something to a political post, and thankfully they didn't do it. But to get to those core beliefs, I really want to get to what makes you who you are. And one of the things I'm asked sometimes when I'm talking is that in unity, of course, we talk about those 5 principles, and just to remind you, there's one power and presence in the universe. Each of us is connected to that. We're unique. We are a ray of the one God. We keep our thoughts positive. We live enough in the stillness, meditation, the quiet, to know who we are. We stop the outer noise. And then importantly, the fifth one, and that's probably the one I'm talking about this morning, is we walk the talk. And that's incredibly empowering for me right now, and it has been for the last few months, is that I don't easily get drawn into something that's going to bring me away from the principles I just stated. Those principles are a clear demonstration of what my core values are. And someone wants to argue with me about that and how I should look at something? No, I've affirmed every Sunday for how many years and every day of my life. Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, abundant supply. I believe that God provides ways when to human sense there is no way. And I have to repeat that over and over again sometimes when I see things going on in the world. So one of the things I just went down a rabbit hole, so forgive me. One of the things I'm asked sometimes is, okay, you talk about healthy self-esteem and confidence, but what's the flip side of that? How can I know I'm not being abrasive and overconfident? How can I know that? Well, healthy self-esteem looks like this. It's grounded, it's quiet, it's stable. You don't always need others to validate you. Okay? If you do, you need to look at that and question your self-esteem. You don't need to be validated by others. Arrogance, compared to that, comes from insecurity, is loud, performative, and it depends on comparison to others. You will find that you always need to be putting other people down so that you can feel better. Okay? That's easily understood, isn't it? That's arrogance. If your sense of worth would remain intact even if no one noticed or praised you, can you be okay with that? Can you be okay with knowing that you're doing the right thing, that you're living okay, and you don't need praise? That's healthy. It honors the dignity of others, and you can shine without needing to bring somebody else down. That's healthy self-esteem. I've been asked that when we're talking about confidence and courage and what does it look like in the world. That's what it looks like. And if you need me to post that later or send you the slides, I certainly will. Okay, here's one of the problems we get into seriously in this day and age. And it's a serious problem. It's cognitive dissonance. Does anybody know what that is? Joan does. Tammy does. That's when the way that you live and behave is different than what you say you believe. That'll cause conflict within you continually. Conflict. It's if I stood up here on Sunday and I said all these things, and then you go out and see me out in the world and I'm doing totally differently. What would you think of me? But more importantly, what would I think of myself? I sure wouldn't like what I saw in the mirror, would I? I would not like what I saw in the mirror. So that's where that one quote is so, I just loved it so much. When I look in the mirror, I like what I see. It doesn't mean I haven't made mistakes. It doesn't mean I might have not have made a mistake this morning. But what it does mean is that I've forgiven myself. I've asked the other to forgive me. I know that God's forgiven me. I've moved on. I learned from it. I took responsibility for it. There is that. Responsibility. And achieving peace within, I live the truth that I know. That leads for a very fulfilling, wholesome, healthy life. If my core beliefs match how I show up in the world, I can be at peace. There's a simple self-checklist. When you speak or act, ask, is this coming from grounded truth or from the need to prove something? Do I need to prove something here? If it's grounded truth, it will feel clean, calm, dignified, and connected. If it's the need to prove something, you will feel tight, defensive, comparative, and your body will know. Your body will know the difference. I take responsibility for my actions and my choices. I am accountable. If I can do that every day, if I can remember that, if I can live from my core principles, I feel like at the end of the day, I can look in the mirror and I can say, I like what I see. I hope you can too. Thank you for your time.